I don't like canvas texture showing through in my paintings, creating shadows, and how the paint sometimes falls into the pits of the canvas, making the painting look uneven. And it's been putting me off painting on canvas. The tip I got multiple times was to prime the canvas with gesso. So I tried painting two pieces on the same type of canvas, one painting straight onto the pre-primed store-bought canvas, and the other priming it first. I used my normal method of priming. And you don't have to scream at me through the screen. In hindsight, I know I should have looked more into this first, but this is what I did. One layer of clear gesso, slightly diluted with water. I used the clear one so the sketch would be visible underneath. Then sanding it down after it dried to make it smoother, and then applying another layer of gesso. While painting, it didn't really feel like the acrylic paint glided on the canvas any better, and when I tried glazing an underwater part of the painting with a mix of paint, matte medium and water, the paint still settled in the bits of the canvas texture instead of creating a smooth, even layer across the painting. But did the gesso help in making the canvas texture less visible in the scan? Not really. At this point, I started searching for more tips and figured I applied the gesso wrong. You're supposed to apply it more like cement, thick, and smooth it out with a palette knife or a scraper, pushing the gesso in the bits of the canvas to create an entire new surface, where any trace of the canvas fabric is covered. But my question is, if you're gonna waste that much gesso to prep a store-bought, already pre-primed canvas, couldn't you just buy a bit more expensive, smooth, pre-primed wood panel instead? To me, the reason to use canvas in the first place was that it's cheaper and it's already pre-primed, so I can just paint directly onto it. And the painting is more durable over time than the smoother, free scrap cardboard or scrap wood pieces I prime myself. That being said, I am willing to try it because I have a bunch of unused canvases left. But then I accidentally stumbled on a cheaper fix. Because this canvas was too big for my scanner, I had to scan it in multiple parts, and I discovered while editing that if you scan the same painting twice from different directions, turning the canvas around 180 degrees and scanning it again, and then overlay those two scans and lower the opacity of the top layer to 50%, the end result is pretty smooth. Look at the face compared to the rest of the image to see the difference. This, of course, doesn't help with the uneven glazing issue. I don't think the type of the scanner itself makes a difference, because checking back on the scans I took on an expensive graphic scanner at the library, they show canvas and paper texture as well. But the type of canvas weave might help, so you can look for a smoother canvas with less visible texture to begin with. I'll continue playing around with this and update you with a new video if I find a better solution. But whatever you choose to paint on, canvas, cardboard or wood, if you use a sketch, here's how to transfer it onto the painting surface. See you there!